Kshetragyayeta manaso vibhutibhi Jivasya maya rachitasya nityaha Avihita kvapi tirohitasya Suddha vichasteya vishuddha kartu Kshetragyaha, the individual soul, etaha, all this, manasaha, of the mind, vibhutihi, different activities, jivasya, of the living entity, maya rachitasya, created by the actional material energy, nityaha, from time immemorial, avihitaha, sometimes manifested, kvapi, somewhere, tirohitaha, cha, and not manifested, Suddha, purified, vichaste, sees this, hey, suddenly, avishuddha, unpurified, kartuhu, of the doer. The individual soul, bereft of Krishna consciousness, has many ideas and activities created in the mind by the external energy. They have been existing from time immemorial. Sometimes they are manifest in the awakening state and in the dream stage. But during deep sleep, unconsciousness, or trance, they disappear. A person who is liberated in this life, Jivan Mukta, can see all these things vividly. The individual soul, bereft of Krishna consciousness, has many ideas and activities created in the mind by the external energy. They have been existing from time immemorial. Sometimes they manifest in the awakening stage and in the dream stage. But during deep sleep, unconsciousness, or trance, they disappear. Person who is liberated in this life, Jivan Mukta, can see all these things vividly. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 13.3, Kshetragyam chapimam viddhi sarva kshetresu bharata. There are two kinds of kshetragya, or living being. One is the individual living being and the other is the supreme living being. The ordinary living being knows about his body to some extent, but the Supreme Paramatma knows the condition of all bodies. The individual living being is localized and the Supreme Paramatma is all-pervading. In this sloka, the word Kshetragya refers to an ordinary living being, not the Supreme living being. This ordinary living being is of the two kinds, Nityabada or Nityamukta. One is eternally conditioned and the other is eternally liberated. The eternally liberated living beings are in the Vaikuntha Jagat, the spiritual world, and they never fall into the material world. Those in the material world are conditioned souls, Nityabada. The Nityabadas can become liberated by controlling the mind because the cause of conditioned life is the mind. When the mind is trained and the soul is not under the mind's control, the soul can be liberated even in this material world. When it's liberated, one is called Jivan Mukta. A Jivan Mukta knows how he has become conditioned, therefore he tries to purify himself and return home, back to Godhead. The eternally conditioned soul is eternally conditioned because it's controlled by the mind. The conditioned state and liberated state are compared to the sleeping, unconscious state and the awakened state. Those who are sleeping and unconscious are eternally conditioned, but those who are awake understand that they are eternally part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Therefore, even in this material world, they are engaged in Krishna's service. As confirmed by Srila Rupa Goswami, Iyayasya Hare Dasya, if one takes to Krishna's service, he is liberated, even though he appears to be a conditioned soul within the material world. Jivan Mukta Sauchyate. In any condition, one is to be considered liberated if his only business is to serve Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gnanam Gna Shulakaya Chakshunam Militam Yanatasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Satpitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karama Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padagamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Saji Shadvitam Savadutam Parajanam Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Satam Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Tuta Devi Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubheva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Saraswati Deve Gauravani Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So thank you very much. It's been a long time that we have been here. Yes. 2 months, no class. Holiday for me. I was having holiday, no Bhagavatam class.
You went from here, now you are giving only 1 day, maybe. There you give every day 2 times. So, holiday for us actually.
Because here is very advanced, you all are advanced living entities. Jivan Mukta. Yes. So this is subject of the mind. So the mind is the cause of everything. Yes? Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, the mind can be, hello? Can be your best friend or your, what sloka? Hello? Hello? What is the sloka? Come on, this should be in your fingertips by now. What is this? Hello? Baby should know now. This is baby, baby. You don't know me, you're worse than baby. Huh? 6 what? What's what? 6 6. So you see here, Krishna is saying about the mind. The mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Yes. Bandhuratmanastasya yenatmaiva atmana jitaha atmanastu satrutve vartete atmaiva satruvad. So for one who has conquered the mind is the best of friend. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. Again here Krishna is saying, for one who has conquered the mind, the super soul is already rich, for he has attained tranquility. This is called the Jiva Bhuta platform. Jivan Mukta platform. Because he has conquered the mind. You understand? To such a man, happiness and distress, heat and cold, honor and dishonor, all the same. So for one who has conquered, then he is with the Lord. He is with the... But the question is whether you can conquer your mind. Yes? Hmm? Where is that verse? I thought it was 6, 7, is it? This is 6, 8. 6, 7. That's a verse below is 6, 7, is it?
6, 5.
Huh?
6, 5.
6, 5. Yeah. Goodness, what is this? Tough to work on this computer. Huh? One must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul and his enemy as well. Yeah? Here, this verse below here, this is from the... Where is this from? Mana eva manusyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho bandhaya visaya sango mukteva nirvisayam manaha. For man, mind is the cause of bondage and the mind is the cause of liberation. Mind absorbed in sense object is the cause of bondage and mind detached from sense object is the cause of liberation. Therefore, the mind which is always engaged in Krishna consciousness is the cause of supreme liberation. So the whole idea of our conditioning platform is based on the mind. The mind, you see here in this verse, so the mind, the manaha sastra indriyani prakristana karshati. So here it says, the living entities in the conditioned world are my eternal fragmental part. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. So in other words, your mind is not your friend. Mind is not If you are conditioned, then the mind is your enemy. But the living entity is confiding with the mind. You know this verse, Ichet Samutena Sammoham Bharata. All living entities are born into this material world with these two conditions. What is that? Icha means desiring and Divisha means envy. Prabhupada translated as he said, what he says in that verse? Icha Divisha. One was desire and hate. Prabhupada said desire and hate, but Divisha also means envy. So that's how the living entity is born. The moment he comes in contact with material nature, especially with his mind, he is always desiring and envying. You follow? So because of this, he becomes conditioned. He becomes conditioned. And condition means what? What condition means what? Condition means it's suffering. Right? So when you go with your mind, then actually you forget yourself. You forget? You know where does it say that? The moment you try to engage with your mind, the mind is the chief of the senses. That means you engage in sense gratification, then your soul is what? It forgets. You know where is that? Says that? The two places. Anyone knows? Hello? Hello? Come on, all the pundits. Everybody looking at. Huh? 175, we become conditioned. Yes, you can say. That word start with Maya Sammohitam Jiva. Maya Sammohitam Jiva. So there it says he gets all the bad qualities. But here, you see here, due to ignorance, the materialistic person does not know anything about his real self-interest, the auspicious path in life. He is simply bound to material enjoyment by lusty desires, and all his plans are made for this purpose. For temporary sense gratification, such a person creates a society of envy, and due to this mentality, he plunges into the ocean of suffering. Such a foolish person does not even know about this. You understand this point? You follow? So the moment you go into sense gratification with the help of your mind, then you cannot know what is good, what is bad. You simply gone. You understand? And here also it says the same thing. Because of absorption, sense gratification, one cannot recognize himself or others. Living uselessly in ignorance like a tree, one is merely breathing just like bellows. This is due to the influence of the mind. You understand? So you see how dangerous it is to associate with the mind. This is how dangerous it is to associate with the mind. Oh, saintly Uddhava, a person bereft of real intelligence is considered to have lost everything. Deviate from the actual purpose of life, become dull, just like a dead person. So this is the consequence of associating with the mind. Because mind senses, you know the words, right? What you develop? Lust, correct? Sanjayate kama, kama krodha vijayate. Correct? You know where these verses are, right? Hello? Do you know? 262. So then eventually it become murder, illusion, fall down. So these are the consequences of going with the mind. You understand? If you go with your mind, you cannot get any good qualities. Mano ratina asti davato baihi. You know where's that verse? Huh? 5, 18, 12. Very good. In that verse it says that what anyone can have good qualities by riding on the chariot of your mind. So mind, spiritually speaking, is a no-go. Is a, you know what the meaning of no-go? In there you use this term. Hello? No-go means you cannot go with it. You cannot? You follow? The mind, it's always making plans. It's making what? And this verse also says that. It's always making and changing plans. Understand? Hello? Are you following? Huh? I'm sitting here, I'm talking to you, your mind is making so many plans. Hello? When this rascal will stop? I can go and have some prasadam. Yeah? Yes? Hello? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Uddhava, a person bereft of intelligence first falsely identifying himself the material body and mind. And when such false knowledge arises within one's consciousness, material passion, the cause of great suffering, pervades the mind, which by nature is situated in goodness. When the mind contaminated by passion becomes absorbing, making and changing many plans of material advancement. Hello? You got that? The same point. You follow? Thus, by constantly thinking of the modes of mental nature, a foolish person is afflicted with unbearable material desires. See how this is more elaborately explained here. Huh? What?
Same thing elaborate.
This verse is explaining about how your mind, understand? So if you associate with your mind, the mind will drag you into the mode of passion, and that way you will become implicated. You'll become implicated. And always no steadiness, no what? No? You're always changing plan, changing plan, changing plan. You understand? You follow this point. And this is even more explained here, another point here that in this verse today. While awake, the living entity enjoys with all his senses the fleeting characteristics of the material body and mind. While dreaming, he enjoys similar experience within the mind, and in deep dreamless sleep, such experience merge into ignorance. By remembering and contemplating the succession of wakefulness, dreaming, and deep sleep, the living entity can understand that he is one throughout the three stages of consciousness and is transcendental. Thus, he becomes the Lord of the senses. Again, the same words is explaining the same point. How you are mentally what? Gone. Before you go to sleep, you are dreaming. Again, your mind, playing the game. And then when you are awake, again you are also caught in another world. Yes? And only when you go to deep sleep, and deep sleep is ignorance. It is not that you don't have any desire, you are all right. No, no. You see, so conditioned life means trouble. Conditioned life means trouble. So the only way is to capture the mind. That is also explained here. Sukadev Goswami said, "My dear king, you have spoken correctly. However, after capturing animals, the cunning hunter does not put faith in them, for they might run away. Similarly, those who are advanced in spiritual life do not put faith in the mind. Indeed, they always remain vigilant and watch the mind's action." Hello? You understand this? Huh? Are you understanding? Huh? The example is given. You see, all the learned scholars have given their opinion. The mind is by nature very restless and one should not make friends with it. Hello? Your best friend is who? Who's your best friend? Who's your best friend? My mind. Huh? What? Who's your best friend? Your mind, yes. Who's your best friend? Your mind, yes. See, he admitted it. Give him a big clap. You are clapping for yourself also, please. You are giving a clap for him, you are clapping for yourself also. Hello? Understand? Because that is your constant companion. Yes? What? And you trust your mind more than anything else. Yes? But you see how? This is the point. One should not make friends with it. If we place full confidence in the mind, it may cheat us at any moment. Even Lord Shiva became agitated upon seeing Mohini form of Lord Krishna and Sabari Muni who fell down from the natural state of yogic perfection. You see how the Shastra goes, Prabhu. That's why in Shastric circles, we don't say, I think. This one got no grounds. Got no? I think, according to my opinion, hello, has no grounds. Because who cares for your opinion? I had a big debate in one class. I don't know, he posted the class. The guy was arguing with me. He was arguing. And he said, no, in my mind, it's your speculation. It's your what? Great authorities are speaking, and now I have to listen to your mind. Of course, I quoted the verse, 6:6, and then he read and he quiet after that. I should have shown him this verse. You understand? So when you speak in spiritual circle, the mind cannot play any role. The mind cannot play. You understand? So therefore, we have to learn how to control the mind. That's the whole program, right? Again, another example is given here about unchaste women. An unchaste woman is very easily carried away by paramours, and it sometimes happens a husband is violently killed by a paramour. If a yogi gives his mind a chance and does not restrain it, his mind will give facility to enemies like lust, anger, and greed, and they will undoubtedly kill the yogi. So, in other words, the mind, if you follow your mind, then it's going to be disastrous. It's going to be. So the whole program is, in our whole spiritual line, is to first understand that you are not the mind. You are what? Spirit, soul. You are what? Soul. That's explained here in this verse. Prabhupada always quote this verse. The working senses are superior to dull matter. Mind is higher than the senses. Intelligence is still higher than the mind. And the soul is even higher than the intelligence. So we should try to capture the mind. You understand? You captured your mind. Yes. No? Why? You not captured your mind? Hello? You captured your mind. Very good. See? He has captured his mind. Yes? Let us see how to capture the mind. Among things possessing quality, I am the primal manifestation of nature. Among great things, I am total material creation. Among subtle things, I am the spirit soul. And of things that are difficult to conquer, I am the mind. You understand? In other words, the mind cannot be conquered by any of our, not possible. It is not. The only way we can capture this mind is to engage him in Krishna's service. If we do not engage the mind in Krishna's service, then there is no possibility of capturing the mind. That is so. What's his name? Vishwamitra. He tried to do big tapasya, correct? What happened? Fell down. Yes. But on the other hand, Haridas Thakur, you see, because his devotee surrendered to Krishna, Maya could not. Yes? So therefore, our whole program is to somehow or other engage the mind in Krishna. Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam Bhakti. I think it is 19170. Yes? So the mind is giving so many things. You are this, you are that. I am doctor, I am med, I am what? IIT, what? Kharagpur. That's the best, isn't it? IIT Kharagpur or what? Bombay. Oh, I'm Prabhu. You know who you're talking to? I'm IIT what? Bombay. Understand? So this kind of destinations are all been put into us by the influence of the mind. That's why it says Sarva Upadi Vinurmuktam Tat Paratvena Nirmalam Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. Bhakti or devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord. The Master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Master of all the senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is free from all material destination, and one's senses are purified simply by being employed in the service of the Lord. You understand? We need to come out of this identity of the body, and that is because of the influence of the mind. So two things will happen when you serve the Lord. One, you get cleared, I'm a spirit soul. Jivan Mukta. You know, there's Jivan Mukta and, sorry, Jivan, what do you call it? One is Brahma Bhuta and one is Jiva Bhukta. Jiva Bhuta means you are thinking yourself as the body. And Brahma Bhuta means you are thinking yourself as soul, spirit soul, liberated soul. There are two stages. Or Jivan Mukta means one who thinks that he is what? Not in this bodily platform, liberated platform. And that can only happen when we engage our mind in Krishna's service. Not in anybody else's service, only one person's service. Who is that? Only in Krishna's. Why you cannot engage in the Lord Shiva's service? Can you engage in Lord Shiva's service and become free from your mind?
Because our senses,
Huh?
our senses, one are
I don't want to hear your mind. Either you quote or you don't speak your crazy mind. Understand? Hello? Clear? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Uddhava, the Supreme Lord gives life to every living being and is situated within the heart along with the life air and sound and primeval sound vibration. The Lord can be perceived in a subtle form within the heart by one's mind. Since the Lord controls the minds of everyone, even of great demigods like Lord Shiva. Understand? So the mind in now, how you want to use your mind to liberate yourself is explained in this verse. You have to use your mind, the subtle mind, to connect with the Supreme Lord. You understand? That's why the Lord says, He can be perceived. The Lord can be perceived in a subtle form within the heart by one's mind. This is how you bring your mind to purify the mind. But it's not that it's a hopeless case. No, you cannot, there's no way out of this. Yes, provided if you engage your mind in sense gratification, then there's no way out. But if you engage your mind, hello, I'm talking, hello, I'm talking. If you're not interested, you can go out, no problem. Yes? Huh? Within the heart by one's mind, since the Lord controls the minds of everyone, even great demigods like Lord Shiva. In other words, you cannot go through any demigods to go to the Lord. It's not possible. It is not. And the sides you have some Ganesh and I've seen. Even you devotee, I've seen. What? 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 Why you have to do all that? Because you have no faith. You have no what? Understand? It has to be 10% who? That's it. You understand this point? Because he is controlling everybody's mind. Yes? The The Supreme Lord who assumes the gross form as the various sounds the Vedas composed of short and long vowels and consonants of different intonation. That means you can connect with God through sound, vibration. And that's why it is called mantra. It is called what? What is the meaning of mantra? Manaha trayate itri mantraha. The mind, your mind can be released from this material contamination only by what? Thinking about the Lord. You understand? By what? It's sound vibration. The Lord can be perceived by who's seated in the heart. You understand? So this is a science. How to go to the Lord, how to liberate yourself. It is by the mind. And the mind is allow, again, in other words, the mind is like an impetuous horse that even persons who have regulated their senses and breath cannot control. You see again, cannot that you do some what? All your crazy yoga. What yoga? What yoga? Huh? It will not work. It will not work. Those who this world try to tame the uncontrolled mind but who abandon the feet of the spiritual master encounter hundreds of obstacles in the cultivation of various distressful practices. O unborn Lord, they are like merchants on a boat in the ocean who have failed to employ a helmsman. In other words, now another new thing is introduced. You need a what? You need a what? A guru. A bona fide guru. And Krishna, you want to control the mind, of course you can reach Krishna, you get a mantra, but you not just get any mantra. Especially our Indians, wow, very popular. Prabhu, I heard this mantra. They say Gayatri mantra is very good, no? I will chant. Nonsense. Yes? Yeah? All kind of mantras they are playing. But the most important mantra that they are not doing. Why? This Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, always they use this word. When we say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, this Hare Rama, Hare... Huh? Yes? So you understand, if you want to control the mind, you need to get a mantra. And the mantra cannot come from your what? YouTube. From where? Huh? Bollywood. From where? Hello? From where? From the spiritual master. Understand? You cannot just go and hear on the radio, Prabhu. Om Bu Buha Tat Savitor. Ah, very nice, this mantra. And that also who's singing? Some women. I'm not criticizing a woman, but hello. Mantra must be got from who? From the spiritual master. Understand? Yes? Why spiritual master? Why? Huh? It says here, if you don't get to a spiritual master, you are like what? You will encounter hundreds of obstacles in the culture, various distressful practices. If you don't have guru, you don't know what to do, what not to do. Arjuna was showing the example. I don't know what is good for me now. You tell me what is the best for me. Shreya. Nishya. Hitam me. Sisyastam. Sadhimam prapanam. I have now become your. You order me what I should do now. I don't know what to do. That is the meaning of surrender to the Guru. He doesn't want to listen to his crazy mind anymore. Arjuna says, I don't want to, I want to surrender. Now you tell me what it is. You understand this point? So that means to control the mind, you need what? Spiritual master, to get mantra. And then from his help you get what? Krishna. And when you get Krishna, then yes, your mind is what? Rishikena, Rishikesa, Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. It is not some cheap program that you simply manufacture and you will get it. It doesn't work like that. It what? It says here, if you don't have a guru, what you will get? What do you get? Huh? What? Yeah, problem. Understand? There's another verse. Having obtained the mercy of his spiritual master who revealed to disciples injunctions in Vedic scriptures, devotees should worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead in particular form the Lord the devotee finds most attractive. Yeah, in this verse. One pollutes his own intelligence and exhibits severe weakness of character when he rejects his own spiritual master. Indeed, such a person already rejected the Supreme Lord Hari. In other words, if you don't have a spiritual master, you reject him, you exhibit what? Weakness of what? Character. So what does the weakness of character means? That means he's completely under the control of his crazy mind. Yes? Is it not? So in other words, if you don't have a spiritual master, you cannot make any form of spiritual advancement. That's why in this verse, this verse we are reading now, it says here, if you want to control this crazy mind, this word, Atma Mosam. I think those who come from, those who are Tamil, they know no, this word Atma Mosam. Mosama. They say in Tamil. I don't know your other language, they use this. Same? Same? Ah, good. Hindi also? No. Huh?
Hindi most of the seasons.
The uncontrolled mind is the greatest enemy of the living entity. If one neglects it or gives a chance, it will grow more and more powerful and will become victorious. Although it is not factual, it is very strong. It covers the constitutional position of the soul. O King, please try to conquer the mind by the weapon of service to the lotus feet of the spiritual master and of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Do this with great care. You understand this point? Hello? So to control the mind, two important things are required. What's that? Spiritual master and? Yes. You have to have Krishna and you have to have a pure devotee, spiritual master. Then yes, you will be able to get strength to conquer this mind. Otherwise, it is not possible. It is not? It is not possible. It is not such a cheap thing as Krishna himself said. What he said? Among difficult things to control, I am the... You understand? You don't understand. You understand. So therefore, our whole program is to chant this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Why we are chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? Why? Because this mantra is the mantra for this Kali Yuga and is given by the Lord Himself. And if you chant this mantra, very quickly you will be able to capture your mind. Seto Darpanam Marjanam. The chanting is we chant in the morning. What do we chant? What is this Seto Darpanam Marjanam? What is this Darpanam? What is this Darpanam means what? The mirror. Seto means the mind. The mirror of the mind can be very easily cleaned by the process of what? Chanting. You understand? This chanting is so powerful, you'll clean this crazy mind and then we will be able to get relief. Otherwise, it is impossible. If you don't chant, it is not possible. It is not. You can try. You can. Yes. So therefore, it is very important that you understand how the mind is giving us so much trouble. And we should try to control the mind by service to Guru and Krishna. And service to Guru means what? Huh? Also reading the books, because when you read, you get intelligence. And when you get intelligence, which is higher than the mind, you'll be able to educate your mind. Understand? This is science. The mind will tell you something, but if you remember what the Shastra says, then you will not be able to follow. Correct? Of course, in the nectar of instruction, there are 6 things mentioned how to control the mind. Further, huh? What is that? What is that in nectar of instruction? How to control the mind? Huh? These are the 6 things that you should do to control your mind. That is if you are in the association of devotees. You're not talking about somebody not in the association. Dadati pratigranti kuhyam akyati prachate bhunjate bhojayate chaiva sat vidham pratilakshanam. So the 6 things that you should do. 1. Offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts. Revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially. Accepting prasad and offering prasad are 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. So if you want to control the mind in the devotee circle, then these are the 6 things you should do. Especially this very important thing, revealing one's mind in confidence. If you don't reveal your mind, then what will happen? Jai Sri Radha. Huh? What will happen? In my experience, you will not make it. In my experience, you'll not make it. Always keeping yourself quiet and you understand? If you want to really control your mind, then you have to what? Reveal your mind. My mind is telling me like this, Prabhu, what shall I do? That is, understand? If you don't have somebody to go and reveal your mind, then it's going to be problem. Then it's going to be problem. You have to be very, very careful on this. And you have to inquire also confidentially. You have to make inquiry. If we don't inquire, then we do not know what is this. That's why when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was preaching to him for 7 days, he kept quiet. After 7 days, what's going on? What's happening in your mind? Are you understanding or not? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I understand it very well, but your explanation I don't understand. So therefore, revealing the mind is very important. Just like now I ask you, do you understand? Why I ask you, do you understand? Because I need to know. The same thing Krishna also asked, Arjuna, is all your illusion gone? Have you heard this with an attentive mind? You follow? So therefore, this attentiveness is very essential. And that means you have to reveal your mind and you have to also inquire. Prabhu, this part I don't understand. Something. You follow? You cannot just be what? Blank. Then be what? And we don't know. And spiritually, you will be putting yourself in a very difficult position. Yes. And then the mind will what? Take over. You understand this point? If you want to become strong, then these are the 6 things you should do. Then you will be able to overcome these problems of the mind. All right. Any questions or comments on this point that I raised? Clear? Not clear?
Some people they want to train their mind to digest senior devotees. They may not do it because they might feel like they might disappoint the senior devotee, or how to say, they might, how to say, get a wrong impression. What do we tell the self?
This is how the mind is playing the tricks. This is how the mind is what? Playing the tricks. No, you don't say, they laugh at you. Huh? You understand? The mind is a very clever what? Listen, you have been conditioned life for how many lifetimes? One life. And who was your constant companion in this? So the mind is, don't put so much. In the morning, you come here to sit down to chant japa, correct? Yes? Yes or not? You take your beats and you get it. No. Now I'm going to control my mind and chant. Yes? Yes? What happens? What happens? Just in seconds, not even second, microsecond, your mind has gone where? You understand this mind? Don't mess around. Therefore, even to come to a steady stage, it requires to give up all these dirty things in the heart. And requires what? Tremendous attentiveness. You follow? So the mind is very good in tricking you. No, you don't say, they'll laugh at you. No. Huh? But if you say, then it's all over. Finish. Correct? No more secret. Yes? Understand? So you should learn how to reveal your mind. You don't reveal your mind. Who you reveal to? Your girlfriend. My most confidential friend is my girlfriend, Prabhu. I reveal everything to her. It says like that here. Who you reveal your mind to? Huh? Somebody who is advanced. Yes. Spiritual master. Yes. Yes. Then yes, you'll be able to. If you go to the girlfriend, all good luck to you. Dangerous thing to do. That's why I say don't reveal your mind to a woman. Yes. Follow. Be careful. So, okay. Anything else? Yes? 3? 3:25:26. Yes. What about it? Yeah, when I say devotional service means Guru and Krishna. The devotional service is not separate from Guru and Krishna. Yes? You understand? That's really meant that this is the main principle, to engage in the service of Guru, and the Guru will engage you in devotional service of Krishna. Yes? Well, if he's engaging in devotional service himself, then he's not. And that's not very correct. Yes? Yes, Shastaka we chant in the morning, no? The first 4 prayers, what he says. Right? Correct? So you have to understand this.
Sometimes it looks like we are engaging in devotional service of the Guru, right? Sometimes it looks like that.
Yes, the Guru is a representative of Krishna. So when you serve the representative, he will offer the service to Krishna. You understand? So there's a whole thing about serving the spiritual master. You cannot jump to Krishna, it's not possible. You have to serve his pure devotee. By engaging in service to them, by talking to them, by serving them, actually you get purified. 1933. You know the verse? Yes? Ah. Why? Because spiritual master is representing Krishna. In fact, I've quoted many times this verse. Krishna sells himself to the pure devotee. Yes? You cannot jump the pure devotee and go to Krishna because you are so close to him or what? Huh? Hello? You understand? The media is the pure. Only through him you can go to Krishna. Otherwise it's not possible.
How to know your devotee is accepting your service?
How you know the pure devotee is accepting us? Hello? How do you answer this? I will ask Prabhupada and tell you, Prabhu. How do you know? When you are following the 4 principles and chanting 16 rounds, that means you know your spiritual master is pleased.
There's an analogy actually when you are hungry, when you eat food, then pusti pusti and sudapan, like you get satisfied. So in the devotee service,
Three things happens when you are in serving the spiritual master. You get devotion, you get realization, and you also become free from sinful activities. You understand? The same thing. If you are chanting 16 rounds and following 4 principles, that means you are doing all these 3 things. Yes? If you are not doing this, that means you are not getting the strength from spiritual master. You know, Maya, you cannot fight with your own strength, you know. You understand? You can only fight Maya with the strength from Krishna through the spiritual master. So if you are getting the strength, that means you are pleasing spiritual master. Yes? You follow? They argue with us. How you know Prabhupada is accepting your service? They say like that. So the Prabhupada is say, many of us, we never meet Prabhupada. I've not seen him also. So how do you know that he is actually supporting and favoring you? You can follow? Yes. Understand? Now, of course, you have implicit faith in Guru and Krishna, then automatically all the what? So therefore, I didn't cover this point that once you are actually with spiritual master, then with his mercy, everything become very clear. Huh? When, however, one is enlightened with the knowledge by which Nisan is destroyed, then his knowledge reveals everything as the sun lights up everything in the daytime. So the moment you are enlightened by the words of the spiritual master and you have complete control of the mind, then it becomes very clear. Just the Jivan Mukta means is what? Everything is very clear for him. Maya cannot touch him. Under no circumstance can the words of person bewildered by the illusory energy of the Lord deviate the intelligence of those who are completely surrendered souls. Maya cannot disturb him. Yam ladva chaparam labam manyate naditum tata dukena gurunapi vichalete. You cannot be shaken. You cannot be what? Shaken. No way. You understand this point? Huh? Hello? Is it clear? That's why you have to go to a Jivan Mukta and take shelter of him. Understand? So you get strength. But if you don't go to him, then something is wrong. Yes? That's why Arjuna asked the question, who is the Jivan Mukta? 2 times he asked this. And Uddhava also asked this question. I mean, Devahuti also asked, so many people asked this, how to recognize a pure devotee? Because that's another subject. I'm running out of time. But if you read the Bhagavad Gita 2 times, Sitagya, he says the word Sitagya. What is that word? Sitagya, that verse in the second chapter. Sitagya Muni. Sita Pragya Muni. Right? So it is about how does he act, how does he talk, how does he walk. All this is this. Arjuna is asking this question. Not that somebody who is anybody just liberated soul. No, they are conditions. Understand? First condition is that they are totally detached from Maya. Nishkinchananam. They are what? They have nothing to do with Maya. You follow? Okay, that's another thing altogether that can be explained if you read the books more. Otherwise, we'll stop here. Anything else to add? Nothing? All right. Thank you very much. All glories to all of you. Hare Krishna. All glories to Prabhu.